In this video, we're going to discuss the use of videos for the flipped writing courses. Videos aren't essential for a flipped course. They were initially used for large lecture courses so that the lecture could be captured and broken up into smaller bits. But the problem has been that teachers often use the videos to just dump things that they're not interested in teaching in the classroom. And so the goal of the videos is to make them engaging and interactive, as is any other activity within this framework. So in this video, we're going to talk about their use and how to try to design them to optimize their role. They can be important, I think, particularly for multilingual writing classes, because they allow students to view them anywhere they want, at any time, how often, to pause. You can add subtitles, and so they may be much better at engaging the students certainly than in a more passive classroom situation. My interest also is in sharing them. I mean, students can use them, or anyone can use them, and I copyright them using Creative Commons, which allows you to use them as often as you want for whatever you want. I do kind of like to be credited for it, but students and teachers from all over the world can view these, repurpose them for their own needs, and so they function as open access materials. The question of then whether to use the videos, again, there are alternate ways of doing the same thing. Often they're called in-class flips, where teachers will redesign the classroom around a number of stations that students can move. As I said, I'm going to look at the use of videos, and because I do think they're important, and they can be made in a way to engage students. How to design videos. I'm using 3 categories I got from the work of Dan Norman: the visceral level and how they're designed, the cognitive level about what the students do with them, and the emotional level, which is how the students respond to them. So again, the problem is how to design these videos. So the visceral part of the design has to do with the length of the video. The first video I did for this, the preceding one, was very long. It's probably too long. Usually 5 to 10 minutes are what you can do them for. The quality of the video, I've chosen to make lots of videos with probably lower production values. If you want to spend more money or take more time, you can design more higher quality videos. The materials used, I started using a number of cartoon platforms to design videos. The first one I used, Extra Normal, went out of business. I then moved to Plotagon. I've used other drawing programs, and currently I'm working primarily with Prezi to design the video. The content of the video covers a variety of things we do in class: grammar, rhetoric, issues that I predefined. If there's a problem in the class or a question, I can divide a video. So if the student says, I don't understand how to do this assignment, I can create a video on how to do the assignment, how I expect the assignment. The content of the course. My courses often include information on plagiarism and intellectual property, so I created videos to explain what I mean by plagiarism and intellectual property. What do students do with the videos? Well, they can do lessons and they can answer questions. You can make the videos more interactive using some of the programs like Edpuzzle. I often attached blogging assignments, for example, or homework assignments to the end of videos so the students could bring those into classroom. And so bringing whatever they did in the video, they can work in the classroom together. They can do the videos together. So again, what Bergman says, there's a social content to all of these actions. And it allows you, instead of, again, the individual sitting there listening to a lecture, they can be more interactive and more social. And you can design the context for using the videos. How do you create active learning? Again, you create a space for videos where the students control how they're used. So again, even these simple things like how often or where or pausing, these give the students more control over the information and then perhaps engage them more. It redesigns the material. So you create a lecture, you may do it in one way, and the video you may redesign the information to do it in another way. When I used, for example, the cartoons, I tried to create dialogues and instead of simply a lecture. Repurposing videos, again, you don't have to design your own videos. You can use other people's videos, again, within whatever framework of intellectual property law. But as I said, I purposely design videos so they can be freely distributed, which means you can reuse them and you can add things to them. You can use these programs like Edpuzzle to add content to the video and get them to fit into your own course goals. And in this sense, you can modify videos. Again, this is an intellectual property issue as well, but I certainly give teachers and students the freedom to modify, change the video. Again, my main thing is attribution. And this is what's called open access education. The idea that you're contributing materials. Now, not everybody wants to contribute the materials. I'm older. I don't really get any benefit personally in career out of creating materials, so I might as well just contribute them and open to everything else. This allows for more open learning in all over the world, and it reflects sort of the traditional values of openness in education.